It wasn't pretty, way too many turnovers, sign of a little bit of a tired team. You give DePaul credit, they changed defenses. They changed ways they did things both in man and in zone. But we still have to be better with the ball, especially when our freshman only has 2. He goes 8 assists and 2 turnovers. And despite being in foul trouble, played a really good floor game. We've got to get some help from our perimeter players being stronger with the ball. But, in the second half, I thought did a really good job in our zone. We've probably practiced it 45 minutes all year. It wasn't something that at the beginning of the year we expected to play. But with our numbers being what they are, we feel like that's most effective for us to win games. So all in all, really, really happy. Anytime you can win in this league, you're fortunate.
Kaiser had 10 rebounds tonight. He seems to be in the last few games really coming up big on the glass.
Yeah, I think he's focusing in on that. That's a statistic that you're allowed to be greedy in. Nobody's going to get upset if you're grabbing too many rebounds. So he's really placed an emphasis on it, both ends of the floor. In our zone, I thought he was, coming out from the perimeter, contesting shots, running in, collecting some big-time rebounds. He did it at Creighton on Sunday or on Saturday, and he certainly did it tonight as well.
Chris, you said it wasn't pretty. Obviously, in some aspects it wasn't. But did you see enough good things to feel good about where the team's at going into this?
Yeah, hey, listen, like I said, anytime you can win in this league, we're not a perfect team, but to have a rebounding margin of plus 15. I have a freshman point guard going against DePaul's all-time leading free throw shooter at the point guard position. He still managed to almost play 30 minutes. He was in a little bit of foul trouble, but we'll take it. And we're not going to be perfect from here on out, but we do have to be better with the basketball. 19 turnovers, especially at home, just way too many. Our other perimeter players had to take less chances. I thought we were dribbling around way too much in the first half. We were better in the second half, but again, a little bit of a tired team. It's your inclination as a coach is to get them out there tomorrow, but we're beat down a little bit. We're worn down, so we got to get our battery recharged. I'm sure our focus will be there because we're playing the best team or one of the best teams in the country, and certainly the best team in our league over the last however many years we've been in.
JP had 5 of those turnovers. Do you think that's a product of him having the ball more as a backup point guard, or just JP not having his mind right?
Yeah, he's never been the guy that's really setting people up, and that's not a knock on him. It's just not who he is as a player. He's always been the aggressive, scoring type, both in high school and even when he first got here. He had some games out in California as a freshman, and he's just not used to being a guy that's got to set up plays, handle the ball as much as he is in the press, end the games, being able to be more secure and more tight with the ball. It's something that we're working with JP through, but it's not going to happen overnight, and it hasn't happened overnight. It's frustrating at times, but again, I'll take all that and try to work on it with what else he brings to the table, and that is he's a fiery competitor. He's not afraid of the moment, but we do have to get him to calm down and be smarter with the basketball at times.
Why was JP your choice for backup point guard?
Well, I don't have a lot of options, number one. Number two, we felt like I think Trayvon's more than capable of it, but I don't want to take away Trayvon's ability to come off screens and score, and we want to run our offense a lot of times through him, and that's really difficult if he's coming down playing the point. Not to mention, I want his legs fresh, I want his mind fresh. I don't want him dogged by a point guard 94 feet trying to bring the ball up. So those guys are all capable of it, but we decided to go with JP, and we like his toughness. And he's a very coachable kid.
Are teams playing any differently now that Ed's out of the lineup defensively?
No, I think that a lot of teams have decided to go under Quentin's ball screen when it's being set for him, but that was no different when Ed played. So we've seen a little bit more pressure than maybe the teams have shown prior to it. But hey, the more we see it, the more we're going to get better against it, and the more that our guys will be able to solve it and be strong with the ball and be able to finish in those situations. So, bring it on. We're fine.
Coach, you kind of alluded to the fact that
count you out. We lost 4 or 5 and we're struggling a bit. To bounce back this way, what does it say about your team and the fact that you kind of said this team was this?
I think we got some very competitive guys. I think that I think it's a slight to the players that are still in Xavier uniforms. And somebody said it the other day. It's like, we all feel bad for Ed, but that's a hell of an opportunity for Quentin and for some other guys. And some of our players have really stepped up, and we need them to continue to step up. One night it might be your night. One night it might be your teammate's night. And the only thing we got to care about is it's a Xavier night. So there's a lot of season to be played. We haven't arrived. We've got ways in which we can improve, but I like our coachability, and we're going to continue to try to improve.
In your mind, do you feel like the way Trayvon has played, obviously you know more than we do about how banged up he is, but is he in the conversation for Conference Player of the Year just the way he's been playing?
Yeah, I should be. But like I said, we're barely halfway through conference play. We've played 11 games. We have 7 left in conference. So he's right there. I don't know how he couldn't be. We're, 1 loss out of the column from being in first place, tied with Villanova. They've played a few more games than we have. He's playing as well as anybody in our league. He's had back-to-back weeks of being Player of the Year, our Player of the Week in the Big East. So, but again, there's a lot of season to be played left. I think Trayvon recognizes that, and so does our team.
I know you haven't really started preparing for Villanova again yet, but having seen them before and kind of knowing just how they play, what kind of game does this group of people need to play, without Edmond to really come out on top? Yeah, we've
got to be a lot mentally tougher than we were the first time we played them, than we were tonight, and that takes guts, it takes fortitude, it takes discipline, toughness, because Villanova, when they get down, they certainly don't quit. They respond. They've seen so many different situations. They have very high-level players. They're extremely well coached. They're very vanilla. They know exactly what they're going to serve you, and they don't really deviate from that. It's what makes them special, and what makes them a really good program and team that we really respect. We just got to come swinging on Saturday.